Welcome back, everybody, to JDR Gang. We're back with another video here. This time we're here with the Prince family. Yeah, the Prince family, and we playing a little catch up. So Ayla lost her hearing. Ayla lost her hearing. You know, before we was doing the little drama stuff they were going through with the brother and the dad and stuff like that. This time they fought it out. They said, F that, we gonna come back a couple days later and go back from the family. Go back to talking about the family. So I guess they went to the doctor or something like that, and they told her that she lost her hearing. But let's see. If y'all like this content, like, comment, subscribe, and keep watching.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to the vlog. How you guys doing? I'm doing all right, and I got my beautiful wife right over here.
What's up, guys? I'm doing all right.
And we are back again, guys, with another video. And we are on a Hey. If you're new to the channel, subscribe right now and join the family, because we're dropping up bangers back to back for the rest of 2021. Also, guys, we do post notification shout outs at the end of every single video. So if you guys want to have a chance to shout out on our radios, all you gotta do is turn notifications on. Once you do that, comment down below. But today, we are about to talk about something pretty much kept to ourselves for the last 2 months. Our baby girl, Ayla. Say what's up, Ayla?
Say hi, Ayla. Hi, friend.
Say hello.
It's so adorable.
I don't even know where to start.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to talk about, so it's kind of hard to start somewhere.
Yeah, basically, you know.
Let me put a disclaimer real quick, because I know I'm going to cry in this video. I'm already getting emotional.
What you do, throw it?
Oh my gosh, I'm not
What you do, throw it in there?
We didn't even start yet.
I know. I just want you guys to be respectful, and if you're not respectful, please do not comment. Please leave this video. This is not fun and games. This is nothing to play about, and we're here just to tell you guys because you guys are our family. So yeah, you can go talk now.
Yeah, I know, like a year ago, man, about a year and a half ago, we was involved in some drama between like us and our daughter Nova. And a lot of people, I don't want to say a lot of people, because we have so many real supporters, people that's going to just ride with us regardless, you know what I'm saying? And so about a year and a half ago, we got to a situation where we made some comments about our daughter Nova, and people took a small clip. They made it, you know,
bad.
They made it bad, you know. People, they'll watch this. People could judge somebody off a 10-second clip, which is so crazy, but it's like... But y'all don't really know us. Yeah, it's like, dude, like, our real supporters that watched us since day one, since the DV Nation days, since the Prince Family days, from the beginning, you guys riding with y'all know. You know, people are so quick to judge without even knowing the full story, you know? And basically, we dealt with a lot of hate. You know, since we started doing YouTube, we dealt with a lot of hate over the last year, even before last. I mean, in order to become...
And that's true, because that's what it comes with. It comes with a lot of hate. Comes with positive energy, negative energy, mixed energy. They just come all the above. If you want to do what you want to do, you're going to have to deal with everything that comes with it, you know? Comes with the consequence. And this is what y'all signed up for, and y'all made it this far, and I am proud. I am proud. Hopefully one day I'll get to the top where y'all at. It's sad that people talking about other people, but look where they at. You know what I mean? We don't know who they are. We don't know nothing about their lifestyle. But always the people that hates more is the ones that hating on you. The ones that hating because they don't have what you have. They not progressing what you already did, or something like that. As everybody tells me, or my parents tell me, just ignore it and just shine on them. That's how I look.
Successful, you gonna have to deal with hate.
Yeah, hate's gonna come.
It comes with the territory. So that was with our last daughter, you know. And now we have another daughter, which is baby Ayla. And now we already pretty much know what the comments are gonna say. Not like the comments in our YouTube comment section, but like comments like on other platforms once we put this out there. People are gonna judge us. But it's all good. Yeah, this is what like comments like this is what you get. This is what y'all deserve.
Whatever else they come with.
Any negative comment, you know, they'll turn anything positive to negative, but we try to turn anything negative to positive.
Exactly.
But at the end of the day, if you come here to judge, I mean, that's shame on you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel bad for you if you want to comment something negative, you know, about our daughter, about situation we going through, we in right now.
Honestly, they're gonna have to deal with that. They're gonna have to talk to God about that. Like, they're gonna have to get disciplined by Him because of the stuff that they're saying. And you know, it's people out here that are really rude. But like David said, we try to turn everything negative into something positive, and just thank God for everything that we are blessed with. Thank God for the situations that we are in. You know, everything happens for a reason.
Everything happens for a reason. We just, you know, we pray every day, pray every night, pray all the time. Some things out of our control, which is understandable. So 2 months ago, well, a little over 2 months ago, our baby girl Ayla was born, our second daughter, our fourth child.
Exactly.
And basically, we had to stay in the hospital for an extra. Usually, people stay in the hospital for 1 day. We had to stay there for 3 days.
It was 3 days, 2 nights.
3 days, 2 nights. And it was because basically she was having a few complications, like, you know, she couldn't hear out of one of her ears. You know, and
if you guys had babies, you guys know that
they do
when you're in the
hearing
hospital, your baby has to do I think a hearing and an eye test, like just to make sure everything's still good, and they have to pass that test. So
that's crazy because Ryan, he had complications with his hearing as well, and once he felt it twice, I bust out in tears because I was like, so my baby deaf? Like, he won't be able to hear? And my mom was like, no, it's not like that. Sometimes he clogged up with more of the fluids that you have inside of you. I'm like, no, it sounds like to me they giving up. And it's sad to say that because it took him twice to do it, and the third time there was a little iffy about it. And I was like, so can you keep doing it? I could stay however long it need to be until that fluids, I was trying to stay positive, that fluids can clear up. Like, can y'all suck it out in his ear? Like, I was trying to think of all types of ways of trying to get him to hear. Like, cause me personally, I don't know how to do sign languages or anything, but it would be even sad because, like, people will probably be joking on him because he can't hear, you know what I mean? It's not more so I'm thinking about what people would say. It's more so, like, I don't mind learning how to do sign languages, but, like, I want him to learn how to talk or something like that, like, actual talk to me, or it's gonna be hard, you know what I mean? Because it's a lot of things that I could barely learn. Learn. That I could barely do. Yeah. So it was just gonna be hard for me. It would be like, how to do this. Yes, YouTube and all that extra stuff out there, but nobody don't want to look at that. We just want to go off of what we already know, you know? And it's sad to hear something like that, you know what I mean?
Or to be able to leave.
Yep. So they actually kept us there extra night. So the doctors or the nurse, first it was, they came in to check her hearing. And one of her ears was good, the other one wasn't
as good.
It wasn't as good. So the next day they came back in the room. They were like, we see y'all tomorrow morning.
Tested her again,
and the results was the same. So we ended up leaving the hospital, and I think it was a few weeks later, or like a week later.
Like it was a week or two later.
We had to schedule a doctor appointment because our baby girl had to see a specialist.
Well, no, we had to go back to the hospital.
Oh, the hospital.
We had to go back to the hospital like a week or two later, and then after that, and then we had to schedule to see a specialist.
So when we went back to the hospital again, for the third time, it was the same result.
Same result.
She couldn't hear one of her ears. And then we had to go see a specialist, and it really sucks, man, because I'm not even able to be there for my daughter. I feel like, and I can't be next to Bianca either at the same time.
Yeah.
Like, Bianca went to like so many freaking appointments by herself.
I don't know how many. It's like,
if you was to take a guess, how many?
I would say like in the last 2 months, I went to maybe like, what do you think, like 10 or more appointments?
Probably.
It was a lot of appointments, and the appointments are all over the place. Yep. Some are far, some are close. It's like it's a lot of driving. It's just a lot. And so we went to go see the first specialist, which was an audiologist. And due to COVID, Damien can't come to any of the appointments. It's only one parent. So we went to go see the audiologist, and they did the test. We were there for a long time, like 3 hours. She passed in one of her ears, like immediately, like super quick. And then the second ear, the lady was struggling. She's just like, yeah, so the results I got from the hospital, the results that I'm getting today are actually worse. And she was like, but, let's just not worry about it. I'm going to have you go see an ENT doctor. We went to go see an ENT doctor, and they didn't do a hearing test there. They just talked to me, and they scheduled an MRI because they asked me, they said, does Damien have hearing loss in his family? Do you have hearing loss in your family? And I'm like, no, neither one of us. So they scheduled an MRI. The MRI came back clear. Her brain looks good. Both her ears looked good. So then we had to schedule a doctor for pediatrician, and her pediatrician had to get a urine test. And the urine test was testing for CMV. Now, I don't know if you guys know what that is, because I barely know what that is.
I don't.
She was like, we're just going to test for CMV, and we're going to see what the results are. I'm like, okay, cool, whatever.
I would probably ask that question, too.
That,
no, me, I question a lot. I question a lot. When it comes down to the words that I don't know, or abbreviation I don't know, I'm like, what is that, first of all? Like, what it do? I question a lot. Like, when I had my baby, I question everything. I said, because I didn't really have much for the baby at the time, so I was like, do y'all bring this in, or do y'all do this for them, or something like that? What if he can't hear? What can I do about that? Like, is there any type of medication or anything that he needs? Because it was the same situation they going through, but more so, I didn't have to go see all these specialists or other doctors. It was more so within those 2 days, they waited a day and a half to come see him to make sure it was clean, the fluids is out, and then boom, they said he passed. And I was like, great. So when can we leave? Because I really wanted to leave because I was tired. I don't like hospitals at all. I was tired, I was drained, and I really wanted to go home. And they was like, well, you can leave later on tomorrow, because we got to make sure it's constantly an ongoing thing. So all day that day, I was talking to him, and he would just open one eye up and go back to sleep. And I was like, Ryan, you open one eye up and go back to sleep. And I was like, well, at least I know that he hears me. So, and then there was like, try to breastfeed him and all the extra stuff. I did all that. He's not hungry. You know what I mean? And I was like wondering why, but they told me after they circumcised him, he ain't gonna eat for a while. I was like, wow, that's crazy. Because I was scared. I was questioning that too. I was like, more so like how long can he go without eating? Like, cause it been almost a darn near a day now that he haven't ate. And they was like, no worries, it's natural, that's normal. It's more so he could go up to however long until he feels like eating. And I was like, huh? Like, isn't he too small to not eat? You know what I mean? I was thinking all out the box. Like, people is like, my mom was like, just calm down, think of the positive. And his dad was like, yeah, don't overthink it. You should have never did that or anything like that. I was like, well, it just might as well do it, you know what I mean? Why we can't have the chance now, you know what I mean? But I don't know. Well, oh man, that's crazy. It's just more so I understand where they coming from, because going to doctors after doctors after doctors to hear the same thing, and it's crazy. And some of them don't know what to do, so they just transfer you to another doctor. I don't know. Let's see.
Okay. Well, you can let it out. No, it's alright. It's okay.
The results came back and said that she was positive for CMV, and I have no idea what that is.
Oh, most definitely.
Basically, it's an infection or disease type of thing. I still don't know what it is. All I know is that it's normal for adults to get it, and we all get, I guess, sometime in our lives without us knowing. We just have like a common cold with it. So basically, what happens was I must have got sick during my pregnancy.
It's alright. It's alright.
I must have got sick during my pregnancy, and since I was carrying her and she eats everything that I eat and she drank everything that I drank, I passed it to her through the placenta, and I gave it to her. And there's been multiple times where I would cry to myself, or I would tell Damien, like, this is all my fault. She has hearing loss because of me. And he had to explain to me that there's nothing that we could have done to prevent this. It's one out of what, every 100 babies or something?
I think one out of.
What is it?
I think it's like 1 out of every 100 or 2 out of every 100.
Basically, babies get it, but it's not like people aren't talking about this. People aren't, trying to find a way to prevent this from happening. When you go to a doctor and schedule doctor appointments, they don't test you for that. But during my whole entire pregnancy, my doctor, she did say that, oh, your baby's measuring smaller than she should be. And that's one of the side effects of CMV, is that a baby could be on the smaller side. The baby could have a smaller head. The baby could have vision loss. The baby could have hearing loss. The baby could have speech, problems. The baby could be non-verbal at all. The baby could be non-functionable at all. Like, there's so many things that can happen that we're unaware of. Like,
right.
It can actually be worse than what she has. And I'm forever thankful, for her just having the hearing loss that she has. Now, that's not saying that as she grows up that she won't, have speech delay, or she won't have hearing loss in the other ear. She won't, it's unknown. We don't know. All we know right now is that she has hearing loss in one of her ears, and the hearing loss is getting worse and worse every appointment that we go to. I think she said it's an 80% chance that it can go to her other ear. So far her other ear is still good. It's still healthy. She can still hear out of it. And we've just been keeping this to ourselves for so long because it's hard to talk about, because we've never had to go through anything like this. All of our other kids are, 100% healthy. Not saying that she's not healthy, because she is healthy. She just has that little, hearing loss, yeah, which it's not going to stop her from anything. She is meant to be on this world, and she's a special child, and everything happens for a reason, It's kind of opened my eyes more to make me look at life differently, to make me realize, it's not nice to talk about other people. It's not nice to judge other people, because you don't know them. You don't know what they're going through. And it's opened my eyes to make me value life more, because I see this thing on TikTok, and it was like a saying that it's I don't know how to explain it, but basically our lives are temporary. All the people that we're meeting is temporary. This stuff isn't permanent, but we have a permanent mindset because of the love we have for people and the way we are on this earth. But it's just temporary. So while you're here, love people, like have fun, do what you have to do. Stop being negative because you don't know what people are going through.
Life is too short.
Today she actually got her hearing aid, and like there's just like so much that still goes on with this.
Right.
And I'm just so confused and lost still, and I blame myself for it.
Well, it's not your fault, you know.
It is, but it isn't.
It's not your fault. I mean, this could happen to anybody. This could happen to any of our kids. I mean, there's nothing we can do. Everything happened for a reason, you know. Everything happened for a reason. Our daughter, she's still very healthy. She's very beautiful. And then she's very special. You know, all our kids are special. They all stars in my eyes, and she's gonna be great. You know, I don't think her not being able to hear in one ear regularly like a regular person is gonna stop her from doing great things in life. She's still gonna be great. Look at her, just hold her up. Look how beautiful she is. Look how beautiful she sleep right now. Look at these cheeks. Look how beautiful she is. I'm about to wake her up. Daddy, okay, daddy.
There's still so much more that I could probably talk about. My mind is literally blank right now. Like,
just speak freely. I mean, just speak freely. Whatever's in your mind, you say it. You know. At the end of the day, this can happen to anybody, and it has. Like I told Bianca, well, you guys don't know. I told Bianca this. I said, at first, when this stuff first happened, when we first found out the news, I'm like, after the first few appointments, I said, everything will be alright. Don't worry about it. And then as Bianca started going to more and more appointments by herself, she come home and she would tell me this news. I'm like, dang, we might have to prepare ourselves, for the worst, the information, the worst news. And I told Bianca, I said, well, listen, we always try to find positive in every negative situation. And the first thing that came to mind is this: it could have been worse.
That's true.
There's other people out here, worse things has happened to their kids, unfortunately.
There's actually people who have the CMV where it's like way worse, and I don't know how they do it because I'm struggling with this. And to you guys, it may not be a big deal, but to us it is because this is new to us. We don't really know how to cope with it yet. We've only known for, 2 months, and within those 2 months, we've gotten so much information that it's kind of like, how do you take it all in,
And then COVID don't make it no better because they won't allow me to go to no appointments.
Exactly, so I have to come home and tell him everything and the stuff that I'm probably forgetting to tell him because I've learned so much. And he's like, well, what about this? I'm like, well, I don't know because I didn't ask that question. When I first found out the news, I was at the doctor's and I went in the car and the first thing I did was cry. The first thing I did was cry, and I don't know. I called my mom.
I cried right there in front of you.
I cried and I said, how are we going to tell people this? I'm just like, how are we going to tell people this? How are people going to understand? Like, I don't want people to judge her. I don't want her to get any type of hate. I don't want people to look at her any differently. I don't want people to treat her differently when she gets older. I don't want people to talk about her because people have, committed suicide and stuff for that. Like, bullying is a real thing. And me and Damien, as parents, we're going to try and do the best that we can to let all of our kids know that they are handsome, they are beautiful. Don't let anybody tell you anything different. No matter what people say about you, just know deep down in your heart that you're beautiful, you're handsome, you're a star. You know what I'm saying? And we tell our kids every day how much we love them. We tell them every single day how handsome and beautiful they are. And I feel like we have to because this world is so fucked up. It really is. This world is mean. And we didn't even want to show her. We didn't even want to DJ and Kyrie, we was already on YouTube, so we just kind of showed them. But even Nova and her, we didn't want to show them right away because, for example, what happened, when Nova was born, people took stuff and they twisted our words and made it worse than what it was. You think we want our daughter to grow up and feel like we didn't want her to be here in this world? No, not at all. Like, we wanted our daughter, we got our daughter, and she's the best thing that happened to us. All of our kids are. But it's just like, people can be so manipulative and so rude. And so we didn't want to tell you guys, but we, talked about it, and we had to, because some of y'all are family. Y'all, y'all go on the road with us, and y'all are down for us no matter what. And we appreciate that.
And we love you guys.
Yeah.
And the thing you guys is gonna know eventually.
Exactly.
Because you guys know we do our vlogs and videos, and
kids are in it.
We don't want to just show. I don't want to just, we don't want to just be vlogging it and you guys be like, what's that in her ear?
Yeah.
Because you guys is gonna see it,
Mm-hmm.
And so
it's not like, you can't hide it. It's right there.
Yeah. So we just thought it was just, best if we just, come on here and tell you guys. Like a few weeks ago, some of you guys got Facebook, some of you guys don't got Facebook and Twitter. Like, it was a video we had did. It was called Ayla's night routine. And people took a screenshot of the thumbnail and they shared it all over the place on Twitter and Facebook. And people were sending it to us and they was making jokes talking about y'all baby look old, y'all baby like an old woman.
She looks like she needs a cigarette.
Yeah, and they was talking about her head got the cradle cap. Now she got cradle cap. We told everybody that,
We
but it's
can't prevent that from happening. It happens to a lot of babies. It's really, really common.
All I gotta say is this. I mean, what goes wrong comes right back around. You know what I'm saying? So don't be out here trying to judge people, kids, stuff like that, because you never know.
Cradle cap.
You gotta watch them over everything.
What's a cradle cap?
Because eventually you might have kids of your own, or you already might got kids of your own.
A cradle cap. What is that? Is that the little ball spot in the back of the baby's head? Oh. But why people do stuff like that?
Because there's many different types of people out here. That's what I was telling you. You gotta be careful when you do vlogs and shit, because just how you got people that like you got people that don't like you.
It don't matter. Like, if you don't like me, then why would you even sit here and watch the video?
Because
like,
the same reason why somebody would pick with you. They'll pick with you because they think it's funny, right?
But it's not funny when it come down to like health, diseases, and all that extra stuff.
Right.
Like, that's not funny.
But like she said, because of the world is so fucked up, there are people that think it is funny.
That's terrible. Like,
just like how you like watching YouTube. Somebody might like watching your channel just to talk shit about you.
That's fucked up.
Because different types of people is out here.
It's just more so me personally. I will completely block all the.
That's why I say you gotta be careful.
Or turn off the comment section. That's where people come from.
That's why I say you gotta be careful of what you post, because something that you think is great, somebody
gonna deground it.
Exactly.
Yeah. This little alfalfa thing that's going on here is not cool.
Oh, that one strip of hair to be
right.
My ass at night.
That look, I turn around to the camera and I see it right there. I'm like, what the heck is that? Like, Daddy sitting here talking to me and not telling me. But that's terrible. Like, I think they were talking about like the little baby bald spot in the back of the head, like when they lay on a certain side for a long time. Cause I was about to say Ryan, he had that for a while. He still got the little patch, but it's not noticeable. And since it's not noticeable, that's because his hair been growing. So.
No, wait a second.
So yeah, it's just like more so like a dang moment, like, you know.
Or maybe you might be already going through something, or maybe you got bullied when you was a kid. You might be getting bullied now, so you probably feel like, hey, I'm behind that computer screen. Let me comment, talk my shit.
Let me cyberbully.
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, you gotta live with the results of your situation. So we're gonna take care of ours no matter what. We're gonna keep moving forward. We're gonna keep loving our baby girl. She's so beautiful, and I'm gonna keep loving my wife, loving my family. I scared her a little bit.
She's knocked out, y'all.
Guys, she literally was just up before we did this video. Before we started this video, she literally was just wide awake. I don't know what happened.
She was. I feel like I'm missing a lot, but I can't even think right now.
So you want to show them?
You show.
All right. So basically, our process of what Bianca told me. So, all right. So how does this process work? So like today, Bianca went there to, you got an appointment today with Ayla, and they gave her this right here. This right here, this is
so small.
This is her hearing aid.
Yes.
Yep, this is her hearing aid right here. So this goes in her ear, and this is actually a temporary one. And how long?
This one is hers. This piece right here, the mold, the small piece, this mold is hers. This right here is a loaner.
Okay.
The reason that we have a loaner is because she needs to wear it for 3 months to see how she's coping with it, to see if, just to see if her hearing's getting worse, if it's helping her. And we actually have another audiologist appointment next month, where she will have another hearing test done. And if her hearing is getting worse, then we're actually going to look into a cochlear implant. With that being said, I don't know what I'm not really sure what a cochlear implant is. I just know that it's basically like a magnet. It's surgery, okay? It's a magnet that has to go inside of her head, and then she'll have a piece on the outside of her ear and a piece that actually attaches to her hair. So it's like a magnet. That is for kids who have more of a hearing loss than just like a hearing aid can't fix complete deafness in the ear. Right now she can hear a little bit, but it's just like certain sounds and certain noises without this, but it's not clear. She's actually, first she was in the mild to severe hearing loss, and then it actually went to severe to profound, and profound is like completely deaf. Like when they do her next hearing screening, if it's completely deaf, we're going to talk about getting a cochlear implant, which is very, very expensive, which means she would have to have surgery. They would have to go through her brain, and it's a long process, and it's a hard process. So she's going to be wearing this. If you guys see this in her ear, this is what it's for, so that she can hear us, so she can, be able to hear everything clearly, because now she can still hear. It's just only clear through her right ear. Her left ear she can't really hear anything out of, so she has to wear that for 3 months until we figure out, if it's working for her or not.
The procedure, if she do have to do a procedure, it is very expensive.
Very expensive.
But at the end of the day, it'll be worth it.
Yes.
Because she's our baby. She's our princess.
Anything.
One of our princesses. So,
She's so sweet.
She is really nice out. Literally before we did this video, she had poop really bad.
Oh my gosh, this is not the outfit she wore today, guys. It was a different Nike outfit. It was gray. She pooped all over that thing.
She pooped through her clothes. It was like, I
was like, crazy.
I said, yo, B, what's that smell?
Yeah, he did. He was like, it smells like sewer.
Like sewer, looked at baby Ayla, was like, it's her. I was like, oh my gosh.
Yeah.
So now I guess she pooped.
She felt relieved.
She pooped, ate, and now she's sleeping like a baby.
Yeah.
Literally like a baby.
She's so cute.
So yeah,
I remember Ryan
we
doing
pretty
that
much
joke
wanted to share this with you guys. Hope you guys support us no matter what. And at the end of the day, I just want to say thank you. Thank you for always being here through every situation that we've been in. Thank you just for all the positive comments on Instagram, Twitter, and even in the comment section on YouTube. Just thank you so much for all the positive comments. It really means a lot. And people always say that we motivate them by doing videos. You guys actually motivate us by commenting positive stuff.
It makes us want to go harder for you guys.
Yeah, like wow, so it's like wow, people really, they really like us, what I'm saying? Like they really love us, they really showing love. So that just motivate us to go even harder and want to just keep doing this, because we like me and Bianca, we type of people, we go off and we can literally feel the vibes through your comments, So regardless of the fact, we're gonna keep grinding no matter what, because we do this for the people that love us, not the people that hate us.
Yeah, I do want to say one more thing. I don't want you guys to kind of mix up or twist like why I'm crying. I'm not crying because she has hearing loss. I'm not crying because she's different. I'm crying because I feel guilty sometimes, because I feel like it's my fault. And as a mother, even fathers, as a mother and father, we want the best for our kids, and we would do anything in our power to make sure that these kids are straight. And I kind of feel like if there was something I could have done to prevent this, then I would have, because I don't want her to go through, long-term problems because of me. I blame myself for it because I had it and I gave it to her. I didn't know I had it, but at the end of the day, no, but I'm just trying to explain to them that I'm not crying because she has hearing loss. Okay. I'm not crying because she has to wear this and because she's different, because she's perfect. Mm-hmm. She's special no matter what. If she came out worse than what she was, she would still be our perfect little angel. Mm-hmm. So I just want to clear that up. So all people going, oh, she's crying because her daughter's hearing loss. No, I'm not crying because of that. I'm just crying because
I think anybody would be emotional.
Yeah.
You know.
They hear
Some
something tragic.
People don't look at it like that. People
gonna judge regardless. But at the end of the day, it's our lives. So, you know, we really don't have to explain ourselves to nobody. Like I said, we do this for the people that love us. You know, people that's with us on all our journeys.
Yeah.
So.
And one more thing, sorry. And I'm starting to remember stuff. One more thing. So not only does she have the hearing loss from the CMV, she also has, I don't know if there's a word for it, but she's like on the smaller side compared to babies. When she was born, she was 6 pounds, which Kyrie was 6 pounds when he was born. And he's like this big old kid now, you know.
Kyrie got big. All our kids got big.
Yeah.
Nova got big. Everybody got big. Man, it's crazy.
But
they grew up in front of our eyes.
Technically, in the 50% tile where she like should be averaging, she should be about 12 pounds right now, and she's only 9 pounds. So she's in like the 3%, the 3% for her head size and her body weight, which they check her head size because another side effect to CMV is that she could have a smaller head. So they're just like watching over everything. We go to appointments every single month, multiple times a month, and they're just gonna keep a close eye on her. There's no medication that we can give her to prevent anything from happening. You know, if it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, it doesn't. And those are 2 things that she has.
I'm a special girl.
Yeah.
I'm a princess. Yes, you are.
And she actually has an eye appointment tomorrow that we're gonna see what the back of her eyes look like to make sure that she can see fully, you know. And if not, again, we're just gonna deal with it, you know.
So sometimes, guys, if like, let's say like we doing, you know, our videos, like if sometimes we miss a few days, please understand that we just try to just take care of home.
Yeah.
Because home come first before anything else. So if we miss a few days, if we don't upload for 2 or 3 days, just understand that we just trying to just take care of family, you know. Make sure our kids straight before
anything else.
We gotta make sure our lives outside of YouTube is straight before it is on camera, because it only makes sense, you know. So just please respect that and just be respectful. Other than that, this is the end of the video.
Positive vibes only, guys.
Positive vibes only 2021. You know what I'm saying?
Positive vibes, positive
post
mind,
notification
positive
shout out, and who that goes to today?
That goes to Harry Brown Gang.
You are our post notification shout out winner of today's video. If you guys want to have a chance to get shout out to tomorrow's video, all you gotta do is turn notifications on once you do that comment down below. But without further ado.
But anywho, like I said before, I had a similar problem with Ryan hearing, and it's crazy because I didn't have to go through all that, but they did check them 3 times, and they told me it was an iffy, but I'm happy now that it passed. He passed it, but also I was more so worried about what can also happen with him if he did have that, you know what I mean? Because like they said, CMV I never heard of. They never gave me no abbreviation. They could be just basically gave me straight. Oh, he could be possibly deaf out of this ear or something like that. Because the first time he didn't pass it at all. Not only just one, it was both. The second time he passed one, and then that's when they had said just stay here for a little longer until tomorrow, so we could check it again. And then that's when I stayed, and they was like, okay, he passed it, and they was like, we're gonna get you to stay here one more day if that's okay with you. I don't mind, because I want to make sure he can hear, like hear, like want to make sure everything goes well, and if anything else is a problem with him, let me know so I can be prepared, you know what I mean? Because why wouldn't you want to be prepared for it, you know what I mean? As a parent, you want to be prepared for every possibility that can happen and more, you know? Like I said before, if y'all like this content, please like, comment, and share, and let me know how y'all feel, you know?